to present an analysis of a system module that can detect the presence of human with Nodemcu Receive Signal Strength Indicator, or we call it as Rssi. With the implementation of Nodemcu and its connection through the laptop, it allows the users to receive the notification when the sensor is detect the presence of humans. Good day and hi, my name is Pavitra Subramaniam. Here we go. Rather than bore you with elaborate detail, I will simply sketch out the brief outline how the system will work. First of all, what is DAQ? Let's look about the definition of DAQ. Data acquisition is the process of sampling signals that measure the real-world conditions and converting the digital numeric values that can be manipulated by a computer. Data acquisition system also typically convert analog to digital numeric values for easy processing data. Digital acquisition system also will perform the tasks such as conversion of data, storage of data, and processing of data.
Then, the data acquisition system can be divided into two types, which is analog data acquisition system and digital data acquisition system. So, what is analog data acquisition system? The data acquisition system that can be operated with analog signals are known as analog data acquisition system. The following are the block of diagram for analog data acquisition system. Firstly is transducer, second is signal conditioner, third is visual display device, and fourth is graphic recording instrument, and last is magnetic tape instrumentation. Whereas the data acquisition system, which can be operated with digital signals, are known as digital acquisition system. The following are the block of diagram for digital acquisition system. Firstly is transducer, then signal conditioner, multiplexer, analog to digital converter, display device, and lastly is digital recorder. And yeah, this is the most awaited definition, right? So what is Nodemcu? Nodemcu is an open source software and hardware development environment that is built around a very inexpensive system on a chip that called ESP8266. What can we do with it? We can program it via C or LUE, access it via Wi-Fi, which is HTTP. We also can connect pins to any device. ESP8266 is highly integrated chip designed for the needs of a new connected world. It's offered a completed and self-contained Wi-Fi networking solutions, and it's allowed to either host the application or offload all Wi-Fi networking function from another application processor. Why is it so popular? Because it's cheap and small, powerful, low power consumption, and easy to program. Moreover, what is RSSI? RSSI stands for Receive Signal Strength Indicator, a signal or circuit that indicates the strength of incoming signal in a receiver. The strength indicator on a cell phone display is a common example. RSSI is often in the IF stage and IF amplifier. RSSI also is a measurement of how well your device can hear a signal from an access point or router. It's a value that is useful for determining if you have enough signal to get a good wireless connection. Let's have a look on Wi-Fi signal strength. The higher the SNR margin values means there are more clearer signals. As an example, using the full 54 Mbps, the data rate will be require at least 25 dB of SNR margin. For example, look at this figure. When the dBm is less than -50, there is an excellent Wi-Fi signal strength. Let's say the dBm is between -50 to -60, it's just a good Wi-Fi signal strength. Then, when the dBm is -60 to -70, there is just a fair Wi-Fi signal strength. Lastly, when there is a greater than -70 dBm, it will be very weak Wi-Fi signal strength. Now, let's have a look on our coding that I have used to upload in Nodemcu. After upload the program into the Arduino,
I have used to change the mobile hotspot name and the password as in my mobile phone, so it will connect to Nodemcu. After set up the mobile hotspot name and password, we should remember the RSSI value should be in 0.
Now I upload the program into Nodemcu by using a cable. Finally, I can see the RSSI output and it works successfully. Because when the mobile phone is very closer with the Nodemcu, the RSSI value is decreased.
And now, to make my task easy, I come out with two different measurements, which is 2 meter and 4 meter. Let's see how the RSSI value is increased or decreased in 2 meter and 4 meter. As you can see, the RSS value is decreased in 2 meter because the Nodemcu and the mobile phone is still quite close up between each other. The RSS value is decreased. Whereas when I walk to 4 meter distance, the RSSI value is increased because the Nodemcu is quite far with my mobile phone. So the RSSI value is increasing. After record the RSSI value for both distance, I have noticed that the maximum reading for 2 meter distance is 29, whereas the maximum reading for 4 meter is 47. From the data I have recorded, I also calculate mean, median, mode, standard deviation. From this, I also plot two different graphs for my task. So, these are my calculations that I have calculated. For 2 meter, the mean is 24.1, the mode is 23, and the median is 23.5, and lastly is the standard deviation, which is 2.18 dBm. Whereas the calculation for the 4 meter, the mean I have got is 42.7, the mode is 44, and the median is 43.5. Lastly, the standard deviation is 19.74 dBm.
Now let's have a look on this graph, which is 2 meter and 4 meter. The flow of graph is like mountain, it's going up and down.
As for discussion, what I have learned from this task is the RSSI value will be decreased when the Nodemcu and the mobile hotspot is nearer, whereas the RSSI value is increased when the Nodemcu and the mobile hotspot are far away. As you can see, the system that I have developed can detect someone distance with just a Nodemcu and the mobile hotspot using RSSI function. As for conclusion, we know that this system can detect the human presence with just having the Nodemcu and the hotspot by using the RSSI function. So, can we apply this system for a safety purpose in working place? Yes, of course we can apply. For example, the company who wants the private room that not visited by illegal or uncertain people, they can give a device that having hotspot to their workers or visitors. The company also should make a law to the worker or visitor, like they must or they should be carry the device every single time when they enter the private room. So this Nodemcu will show the data and the range between the Nodemcu that they carry it. With this data, we can know that there is someone here around this private room. So from this, we can avoid the illegal person or uncertain people enter into the private room. So this is how I complete my task that I've given by lecturer. Thank you.